shop. I mean, you take one cut, it just blows dust absolutely everywhere, and there's really no good way of capturing it. Hey guys, how's it going? No project video this week. You know, still trying to tidy up a bunch of loose ends on this house, so haven't really had time to get down to the shop, but I figured I'd take this opportunity to talk about dust collection because I have been somewhat trying to get that set up down here. And you know, over the years of making videos, I've made a ton of videos on dust collection, and some of them were good ideas, some of them not so much. So I figured I'd just give a quick overview on my thoughts on dust collection and what I'm gonna do in this shop. All right, so we all know what the biggest problem with dust collection is. We just don't use it. We buy it, we install it, and then we don't turn it on. And that's for a few reasons. That, you know, they're noisy, they're cumbersome to use, they get in the way, you gotta change blast gates or whatever. So in this shop, I really wanted to focus on a dust collection system, what was going to be easy to use so that I'll be more likely to actually turn the thing on. So to accomplish that, I'm only using chop vacs, and there's going to be 3 of them. I'm going to have a dedicated one for the table saw, a dedicated one for the chop saw, because those are the 2 biggest users in the shop, and I use these two tools 90% of the time. So there won't be any blast gates to change. There will always be a system ready to go for these 2 tools. And then I'll have a 3rd chop vac, which will run the bandsaw, the X-carve, and the sanders. And I'll have to use blast gates with them, which where I don't use those tools as much, shouldn't be as big of a deal. The next thing, what I've always found, what kept me from using these, using the dust collection system, is these remotes to turn the system on and off. I've had a few different ones now, but they all seem to have the same problem. They work 9 out of 10 times, and then that one time, for whatever reason, you hit the button, it doesn't turn it on or it doesn't turn it off. And the batteries die quick in them. They take those little watch batteries, which you never seem to have around. So I want to get away from these, and I think I found the answer, and that's what I'm going to talk about next. All right, so first off, not sponsored by Ivac. They didn't send this to me for free or anything like this. I paid for this out of my own pocket. I got it from Lee Valley Tools. I know all the woodworking outlets carry them. This was $66 Canadian, which might sound like a lot of money, but did a little research, and people do DIY these and make them themselves. But if you actually don't have any of the components, there's a good chance it will cost you at least $66 in parts to build this. So yeah, so it's actually not that badly priced. If we open it up, oh, and if you don't know what this is, or never seen one of these before, what it does is it plugs into your wall, your shop vac, or any dust collection system for that matter, into the vacuum power. Then you plug your tool into your tool power. What that does is turn the shop vac on the second you pull the trigger, say on the chop saw, which is pretty cool, right? But there's a relay also built into this so that when I hit the trigger on the chop saw, the shop vac won't start for like a second later, and that avoids a surge on the circuit and like tripping breakers. And it also has a relay keeping the shop vac on for 10 seconds after you release the trigger, so it will clear the lines in the dust collection system. So pretty nice setup and pretty good construction, really. All right, so I got the Ivac thing set up here, and what I did is I just actually mounted it right down here. Got the shop vac power going in here and the chop saw power here, and then it just goes in and plugs into an outlet in the wall. And I don't know if you've seen the video or not, but I have 1.25" line, which I made a mount for a dust collection port here at the chop saw, and it's just fed right across underneath the bench to like a little soundproof cabinet, what's right here. So give a little demonstration on how this works. It'll be hard to hear when the shop vac turns on, but when I let go of the chop saw, you'll definitely hear the shop vac run afterwards. Okay, so I'm actually pretty impressed with that little Ivac switch thing. It works really well, and I probably will end up buying one of those for the table saw as well. So that's what I've managed to get done so far for dust collection in the shop. I still got to run the system for the sander, X-carve, and bandsaw, but you know, I'll get to that when I get to it. Those things aren't used real heavy in my shop, so it's not the end of the world not having them. So that's it for this week, guys. Hopefully I'll get a project video out for you next week. Thanks for watching.